Welcome to Classic and Sports Car Centre, and tonight's video is about a 1966 MGB Roadster in mineral blue. There's a comprehensive description of it on our website. It is a car we've sold before, so we know it quite well. And unlike some of the other videos which we produce where I'm pointing out what all the flaws and blemishes are, with this car really there's very little to criticise. It is the subject of a major restoration and it's in beautiful condition. I'm going to take it out for a test drive just to put it through its paces, and I'm not expecting to find really anything wrong with it because we know the car and it is just lovely. But I think this is the first time since lockdown that I've actually driven an MGB Roadster, and this is the type of MG Roadster that I prefer the most. That's because it's the early one with the non-synchro first gear with basically the same kind of gearbox as the Austin A60 or Morris Oxford had. And when they're right, they're really lovely. So there's a comprehensive history with this vehicle that shows that it's had a major restoration about 5 years ago, and to all intents and purposes it drives almost like a new car. Suspension, steering, brakes, it's all absolutely perfect. Now there's no wonder that the MGB Roadster was such a success. It was a lively car, spacious. I mean, I'm 6'1.5" and I've got tons of leg room. It was very robust, simple to repair, and it had a lovely, precise rack and pinion steering system at a time actually when many classic cars, or many cars that we call classics these days, still had a sort of idler arm or steering box type system. So I'm just going to take my usual run down over a railway crossing and open it up so you can hear it run. There we are, we're at the national speed limit already. Very pleasant, very taut. I knew for sure that if I wore my reactor varifocal glasses that the sun would go in. But anyway, it was really sunny when I set off. And there's really, nothing to comment on because, as I've said, it drives pretty much like a new car would have. All the gauges are working. It's showing just under 60 psi, which is super oil pressure for a hot engine, a warm engine. One of the things I always test is the synchros, because on these earlier cars they could be weak. And there you go, it's a very strong synchro down into third and again into second. I mean, that's just like a new gearbox. The only significant difference in driving one of these compared to a later MGB is that you must be stationary to put it into first gear. And that's just lovely. They really are quite lively. Back over the railway crossing. No bumps, rattles or squeaks there. yes, I'm not giving you a big commentary on this one, because when something's as perfect to drive as this, there's really not much to comment on. It is exactly as it should be. The only thing that's sort of slightly unusual for me is that this particular car has been fitted with a power steering, which, as you know, they never had when they were new, but some people choose to fit that basically so it would have a similar sort of lightness at slow speeds and manoeuvring speeds to a modern car. And it is just like that. I mean, it's very, very little effort required to turn the steering wheel. So there you are, an absolutely gorgeous 1966 MGB Roadster on wire wheels, and in the condition that we would deliver it, having had a fresh service and a valet, it's really ready to show.